work. I'll be back in just a minute. We're getting there. Oh, jeez, okay. Got this. Yeah, my mic was still picking up sound, it just wasn't transmitting it. I think I have it figured out. Okay, we got our splits. Good to go, finally, I think. Except, this is not quite right. Now it's right, probably. Oi! Got it! Let's go. Been a while now since I've been at this. We had car troubles, both of us, so that was Monday and Tuesday of this week. But enjoy the Artorias cam in the bottom left. He is currently, who knows what he's staring at. A little bit of an unexpected time save there. pretty sure Artorias is chewing on that piece of rock again. What a little booger. He knows he's not supposed to do that. Obviously, I can only monitor the arty cam in between levels. I should have known he was over here eating. Whoa, why did it do that? I didn't split, that's alright. There you go. I do want... I missed that one guy. Oh well. Good time save. Gold split was honestly sort of unexpected there. Toasty's really easy, so... Thanks for the follow. Whoever that was, I didn't catch your name. I will look in just a minute. I really wanted all of those chests, but you know. Wow, that was a pretty big time save. Was not expecting that. Here, let me look on here. Ether Strider, that's who you are. Sorry, I couldn't find your name. But welcome, thanks for the follow. I really enjoy this route. This route, honestly, is more fun to me than any percent. I prefer this. I won't do 120 because I still want to play the game casually. And 120 sort of ruins that for me, but... My lizard's gone missing. I'm sure he'll wander back into frame here shortly. I am going to go back around and get this. I don't think that the time lost justifies missing this. It's such an easy 25. Yeah, 120 is definitely, like, I start to feel by the end of this run, like, whew, we've been doing this for a little while, and 120 is just significantly even longer than that. I guess maybe not significantly, probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes? I'm not sure, since I don't run it. But that's still, yeah, for sure, it's, you have to have the patience to do it. More time saved. Geez, 2 hours and 14 minutes? That is insane. I mean, that's not... Oh, there's Artie. He did wander back into the frame. That's not, like, super long as far as, you know, the average speedrun. That's pretty normal, but I don't know. That just seems not my sort of thing. Because, I mean, this is coming from me who runs, you know, The Last Guardian, that is, world record time is still over 3 hours. But yeah, your brain starts to toast for sure, like you said. Are you running 120, like, competitively, or just for fun? Okay. Well, that's not the worst thing. It's not the best, but... Are you kidding me? Are you joshing me right now? Explode. Well, bye-bye time save. I mean, to be fair, I haven't played Spyro in like a week now, but still. I do not have that much time. Can I make it? I didn't like that very much. How did I only lose 2 seconds? Did I really do that awful in Night Flight before? Well, good luck on any percent. I've taken a break from any percent to switch back to this. But I wasn't, when I first got this game, I wasn't even planning on doing any percent. Because I'm mostly just a flight level runner. But I figured I would try, and it did end up being fun. Artie's wandering out of the frame again. You guys get lizard cam, but I have no control over the lizard, so when he's in frame, enjoy. When he's not, he'll be back. Yeah, you're definitely right, Ether. If you have to reset on any percent, it's definitely, like, after a point, right, you usually don't reset a run even if you're doing poorly. But it's all the worse the longer the run gets. Because in any percent, if you're resetting, you're probably resetting in, like, Town Square Proxy, or you're resetting on the jump to Maximus and Dry Canyon. And that's like maybe 10 minutes in, as opposed to 120 where that same thing might be, I'm guessing, like 20 minutes in or something. He ate all of his food. What sort of things cause you to reset? Because like I said, I'm only really familiar with any percent, and I can think, like, basically, like I said, Town Square Proxy, missing the jump to Maximus. I mean, I guess if you miss the jump to that 25 in Clifftown, you reset there. But I imagine in 120 there's a lot more, like, complicated things that you're doing that could prompt a reset. These are way more significant time saves than I remember having. This is really nice. Yeah, that makes sense for sure. Because in any percent, you have like some opportunity to make up time because I mean obviously you don't have to get everything, so you can skip things if you feel like you might be able to just do without and things like that. As opposed to 120 where you have to get all the things and if you mess up you still have to go back and do that again, you know. So I can see that where it just sort of degrades to where you can't save it. There's Artie. Eating his food again. Honestly, 80 Dragons isn't that much different from any percent. It's easier to be sloppy because you have this feeling like, oh, I have all of the Dreamweaver's worlds where I need to go and get the dragons, so I can skip gems, no problem. But then, in reality, the routes that you're taking through those Dreamweaver's worlds are not great, and you don't actually have that many gems to pick up. Except for, I want to say Dark Passage, is that what I'm thinking of? That place is great for gems. So there are some deviations, but overall it's still just like any percent where you're focused on what your gem count is at a given time. If I wouldn't have missed that chest, I would be over there already. Which will be a time loss, I believe. I mean, obviously you have to pay attention to your dragon count, but it's really not that hard to miss dragons. There are a few that can be problematic, like out of habit. Whoa, he just straight up vanished. Like out of habit, you can forget the one in Misty Bog. Eldred, I think his name is. You can forget the one... Why are all the enemies just like poofing out of existence? But you could definitely forget the one near the cannon in Dreamweavers, like sort of the cannon you have to use to get to Icy Flight. Because you don't actually have to go up there. Yeah, it is nice and refreshing to do those worlds, Aether. The Dreamweaver's worlds, like sure, they can be... I missed that B. They can be a bit of a nightmare. Like I'm thinking specifically of like Haunted Towers. But yeah, it adds a little bit of freshness and a little bit more relaxation. I'm more relaxed during 80 Dragons than I am during any percent. But then again, 80 Dragons is sort of just like a fun category anyway, so it's meant to be fun. Ooh, that was perfect. Well, okay, almost perfect. I jinxed myself. I really wanted those other gems. Oh well. I have done this skip up the stairs an entire one time. Nice time save though. We have the potential to get sub 37 easy in these splits. Whether we actually do that this run, I don't really know, but like right now, according to the splits, we probably will if we keep this up. But some of the splits, you know, is real time, so that doesn't translate to the in-game time that matters. I think I have a huge time save potential in Crystal Flight. If I remember, it went just awful last time. 2 crashes, I think. Which is always very frustrating for me as a primarily flight level speedrunner. Hey Wolfox, welcome! How you been? Yep, there's a crash. I got stuck on a piece of shrapnel and it kept me from going upwards. I'm doing pretty well. I have an awful sore throat and I don't know why. Stop that. Okay, let's just make this count. Yeah. I'm real tired. I don't know how many of you guys are into Magic the Gathering, but we were part of that whole magic kerfuffle that happened yesterday. And so we were sort of up a lot during the night trying to figure out what was happening and where our money was and things like that. Yeah, look, we got an 18-second time save despite having crashed once. If we can just do that level like normal, we have, you know, another potentially, I don't know, 12 seconds or so to save. It's so frustrating that level causes me so much of a problem, because that's my next level to go to in the competitive flight level world record speedrun stuff. It's an extremely frustrating level to run in a different way than like Wild Flight and Sunny Flight. Crystal Flight is so susceptible to basically exactly what happened to me with that arch. Like the shrapnel slowing you down or shoving you around, getting stuck behind it, whatever. Because it used to be Wild Flight that I hated, like in the original game. But honestly, Wild Flight is sort of my favorite thing now. And of course I hate Sunny Flight because the world record relies on that exploiting invisible walls thing, so... I don't understand why the debris have hitboxes. Like, it's debris. Why would you give it a hitbox? Like, once the arch is broken, the animation should continue to have hitbox. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. Because I don't remember that being true in the original. Gold split because I got that explosive chest the first time, like the right way, so we were able to get an early blowhard there. It could be better if we do the cycling for those two wizards that are raising and lowering their platforms better. I've never been able to jump during one of the balloonist dialogues. I don't really know why that happened. So that's why we lost time. But yeah, okay, it's good to know that I'm not the only one who remembered there not being arch shrapnel in the original. And it's so frustrating that Sunny Flight's world record relies on that, you know? Both of the water bottles near me are empty. Ugh, my throat hurts. Could I be real here? I hate Night Flight. It was my absolute favorite level, like, in all of any Spyro game ever when I was a little kid, because I liked to just fly around as Spyro, as little kids do. And hey, maybe some adults, I don't know. You do you. But now, just like with the way that those chests are on top of those crystal peak things, it makes it just such a nightmare to do any sort of speed running of it in any sort of consistent way without either manipulating the camera a lot or just being lucky. And I mean, there's certainly skill involved. I hate it. Yeah, for sure, Ether. The whole flame hitbox and the way that it changed between the original Spyro and now has been a big problem as far as speedrunning those flight levels. Because like you said, you're almost better off hitting things now with the corner of the flame rather than just shooting straight at something. That's more consistent. And that is just such an annoyance. I can't tell you the number of times that I've had, you know, world record runs foiled by, like, you can see the flame light up an airplane or a chest or whatever. And sometimes I've even had it where I flame something and the flame doesn't blow it up, but Spyro runs into it, like, physically. But it doesn't blow up, and that just happens all the time. Okay. I have to not do the world record routing for Wild Flight. I'm so practiced in that right now because I was competing for it last week. I need to do the safer, not as aggressive way. Let's see if I can even remember how to do it. I should come in at hopefully like 47, 48 seconds with this routing. Oh, 46.2. That was... oh no, 46.7. Yeah, that's a tasty time save right there. I can't say that I've ever really talked to someone else, Ether, who understands how frustrating these flight levels are and why. Oh, I should have crashed in Wild Flight. I didn't realize that Sparks was green. Well, we'll do the best we can and lose all of our time in Misty Bog. But yeah, Ether, you seem to know what you're talking about these flight levels, because you're right. When you are too close and you flame them, they pop you some direction. It's random. Just like the arch there in Wild Flight, you go through the arch, turn right, and in this version I charged into the chest before turning around and going through the tunnel. That arch just, it has rules of its own. I mean, you run into it, it pops you up and there's nothing you can do. It pops you sideways, there's nothing you can do. It'll break and the shrapnel will shove you into the water and there's nothing you can do, so... am at least getting this dragon since I'm without sparks. In fact, this will cost real time, but it's fine. The amount of in-game time we lose is seconds. It's not a big deal. For the sake of a yellow sparks. I very nearly just charged right into that hole. This is the part that I meant about, like, when you're so used to any percent, you tend to forget to come over here to get this dragon. Or at least I do. Bonsai into here, I don't know. Yeah, we lost 8 seconds total. That includes real time for selecting to die there, so I'll take that, no problem. Yeah, I always just like charge into there and hope that I hit enough things that I can make it through. Because otherwise I tend to overthink it and then I lose way too many sparks. $43.88. My own personal routing for treetops skips some of treetops in 80 dragons. It's probably not the fastest way to do it because I do have to make those mist gems up later, usually in like Dark Passage. But for me personally, because I still struggle with the supercharge exploit late in the level, this is my solution. Okay, missed a monkey, but I'm not turning around. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten that supercharge before, and like I understand how it works, but I'm still so inconsistent with it. I need more practice. And when I have time to practice Spyro, I'm typically practicing the flight levels. Since I compete for the, you know, top 2 spots. Instead of that, so in that sense, my other runs suffer for those flight levels. But if you can get that supercharge, man, it is phenomenal as far as time save, gems, everything. Hey, check this bulb. Welcome. How you doing today? I think for a lot of people, treetops definitely was like the worst place. I know it was for me. Like when I played this game for the first time, obviously I was a kid because you know it came out when I was a kid, and I remember my mom and I having to sit down and figure out how the supercharges worked in treetops. Because the thought, like when it finally like popped in your head that you're like, oh, I can use more than one. It was just mind blowing. And then you felt like such a master once you finally figured it out, if you ever did. Truth be told, I'm not sure. I'm sure I could figure it out pretty quick, but I'm not sure that off the top of my head I remember what the regular way you're supposed to go through treetops is. Yeah, and YouTube, you're right, YouTube has been such a boon for the gaming community because now you don't have to either find somebody who's already beaten it and ask them how they did it, or, you know, just be stuck there. You can just go look it up. You don't have to do the regular way in 120, right? Like you can still use the supercharge trick. I mean, obviously it's gonna have to take longer because you have to stop like on those intermediary platforms to kill the monkeys and everything, but I actually got the skill point for that. Was the skill point not getting hit by him? Because that's the first time that's ever happened. I mean, I have the skill point, whatever it is, on my other, like, casual Spyro account, but... I can never get that to hit that guy. Honestly, being out of Beast Makers with time save at all is really nice. To be out of it with this much time save is fantastic, assuming I didn't miss any dragons. What's my dragon count? Yeah, I wasn't facing the right direction. I thought about moving, but then I was like, I already started, whatever. I feel like I haven't missed any dragons. But that's always the way it goes. You feel like everything's fine till it's not. Alright, now I have this in my splits. I have it in my brain. I need to guidebook out of haunted towers. And I never, ever remember. I've had viewers remind me. And then I just don't. Anyway. $52.30. That might be a little yucky. Well, no, that should be okay. Do you guidebook out of haunted towers in 120 as well? Hey, Wolfox, welcome back. Hey, Nas, welcome. Yeah, I finally developed Skink Cam. Artie is enjoying his meal, mostly on camera. I suppose that the little supercharge trick here could really determine how much of my time save I keep. The fact that I haven't played in a while probably counts against me here. I don't usually get it on the first try, so... Whew, whew, whew. We're gonna lose a bit of time, but if I can remember the guidebook, we'll get it back. Artie, what was that? Are you doing something, you dingus? No, no. Yes, yes, actually. I was gonna do it again. Guys. I just said... Camera. No. I just said, guys, I need the guidebook. And then I proceeded to only accidentally guidebook. What is wrong with me? I don't do Icy Flight in this category, but I do Night Flight, Crystal Flight, and Wild Flight. So I don't do Sunny either. I love the 80 Dragons category. It's just, having not played for a bit now, I think I'm gonna probably lose a lot of this time save here in the final bits. How you been, Nuss? I wasn't around earlier this week. Are you feeling confident, Nast, about how things are going? Or is it just time consuming, but good? Okay, let's just not get any of those chests. That sounds fantastic. Well, I wish you the best of luck, of course. What sort of exams? I mean, like, what topics? Thanks, Nas. Sort of in response to your question, Ether, you'll see that I have Screw this level as a split. That is Icy Flight. I have it in there still in case I'm doing just awful and need the gems, but I don't do it. Ooh. He nearly got me just in the right place to just make me fall. Sparks, are you kidding me, buddy? I stood there and waited. I was just playing Spyro 3, the remastered Spyro 3 casually the other day, and I could not believe the range and like how good Sparks was. And I guess it's just a Spyro 3 thing, but man, I was thoroughly impressed, and I wish that that same, like, I don't know, maybe I just got lucky, but I wish that that same Sparks was in this Spyro. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't split on Icy Flight. That doesn't make a difference. I can't say that I would take back my degree, but I might take back where I got it from. Which way did it already go? Because, like, my university didn't really seem to care much about me. So... Oh, I can't do it this way. This is 80 dragons. I'm a dum-dum. No. More gems for me. I knew something about the way that I was doing that was wrong, but I couldn't pinpoint it. Oh god. Now, that is a huge time waster. Which is really unfortunate because I have so many gems that I don't really even need this, I don't think. I didn't whip out my calculator, so... And Sparks just decided to not get any of those. No, not my battery, please! Okay, I'm gonna have to plug that in here when I'm done with Shock. I have way too many gems, I think. Okay, let me... Oh, this cord's all the way on the floor. Okay. 60, I got an extra 100. Way to overcompensate. Okay. I got it. I'll wait till I get the balloonist. 74 dragons, I think that's right. That's an unfortunate time loss. Got it. We have time save in Nork Cove, as long as I just don't forget the dragon. Because I remember that I did forget him last time. And had to turn around and come get him. Yeah, that's really unfortunate because, like, I was debating not getting the chest at all, but I thought that I would do it to be safe. And then in the end, failing that was what cost me all that time. I need a new controller, Ether. Like, mine, I swear, like, I'm not making this up. It just inputs button commands for me, which gets really, really frustrating in flight levels and stuff when I'm just flying along, you know, having a good day, and then it decides to just make Spyro charge into the water. I very nearly didn't make that, and that was going to make me a very unhappy camper. Yeah, see, we had a lot of time saved because I forgot that dragon the first time. Artie, what are you doing? I love it when I get that rat. Super helpful. Although, to be fair, if you get hit in Twilight Harbor, you usually get knocked into the water and then you're done for anyway. But imagine the time save we would have if I hadn't lost like 20 seconds in Jacques. Hey Ozeri, nice to see ya. I saw that you were streaming the other day and I really wanted to tune in, but I missed it because I had somewhere to be. Oh, that was closer than I liked. But I hope everything went well for you. Yeah, Artie is actually being surprisingly good today. This is the first time that Artie Cam has been live, and he's doing a good job. You ended in a world record, Ozeri? No, I'm definitely sad that I missed it. Because I left it unread in my inbox because I was like, okay, well, once I'm done with this, I'm gonna tune in. Uh-oh. No, no. No, no! Okay. I didn't want him to get away from me around that corner. It wasn't as early as you can get him, but the fact of the matter is that we did get him. Oh, I can't one cycle Nasty now. That killed the whole run, I think. Missing that jump, it's gonna be close. That happened to me before. And I couldn't one cycle Nasty! Oh. See, he was turning around. He almost got away. There, right there, was a perfect example of an accidental button press that I did not authorize. I did not say for Spyro to cut out of his charge and glide there, and that very nearly killed me. I am so glad that that glide made it. Bye-bye, Artie. So that's what I meant by my controller doing whatever it wants. Let's see, it would be really great if we could skip Magnus. Yes! Ooh, 3653. That's not enough to kick you, is it, Nast? Also, what is Artie doing? Artie's in his little cave, I guess. Whew! Well, it's a PB for sure, and sub 37, because 3715 was my previous PB. Thanks, Nast. Pretty sure that I didn't kick you. I don't remember what your PB is. I want to say it's like 3635 or something. Well, I mentioned earlier that I have just an awful sore throat, so I think, despite the fact that I have time for 2 runs, I think I should probably just call it a day. But that's a solid PB, and honestly, all of the time that we lost in Jacques was real time. That was like 20 seconds. So we can bring this down further without very much problem, I think. But thank you guys for watching. Ozeri, congrats on the world record. I wish that I would have been there to see it. I'll go back and like watch your archive broadcast and watch it. Yeah, I think I'm going to be running 80 Dragon's Nest basically until I leave for Japan in June, so... Artie's done for the day. Turns out he's going under his Aspen, so he won't be out again. But I'm glad that you guys liked Artie Cam. And, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for the follows. And, sorry that I wasn't streaming earlier this week. Both of our cars just putzed out at the same time, and I needed to be at the mechanic. And then yesterday with that whole Magic the Gathering thing that we're still trying to get resolved, I don't know. But tomorrow, finally, like I've been promising, Dark Souls Armor of Thorns. It will happen. We will roll into enemies until the cows come home. And it'll be fun. It'll be frustrating, but it'll be fun. But thanks for tuning in, guys. And if I don't see you tomorrow, look forward to when I see you next. Have yourselves a great day and a great weekend. See ya.